man. And she was a nice girl, man. A very beautiful character, very beautiful. On the outside, she was alright. She wasn't buff, but she was alright. But what made her beautiful was how she was as a person. Yesterday I bucked up with her, right? The spirit was telling me that I should move to her right back then, but I just didn't think that she was beautiful enough. I didn't think I'd take her seriously. Yesterday I see her, man. Looking good, man, you know, taking care of herself. She's pregnant now.
Wow.
And you know what she said? She took both jabs. She took both jabs, man. That same girl that I knew from college, man. See her yesterday. I was thinking in my head that I was gonna move her when I saw her. I was chatting to her. And she's a healthcare worker. Wow. You know, in the healthcare system, you have to take that thing. You gotta take that JAB. She took both of them, man. And she's pregnant. So you can imagine what's gonna happen to the youth. She's 2 months pregnant.
She poisoned her child, man.
Huh?
She has poisoned her child.
She poisoned her child because if you know anything about that jab, it modifies your DNA, man. It puts a certain protein inside of you. It changes your DNA. You know what I mean? I'm telling you.
But that just shows you that our people, they put their trust in the so-called white man so heavily. You know, they don't want to detach from his ways, man. They want to just stay attached. And because they're so attached to his ways, they don't see anything other than removing your hand from his system. You know?
You know what I mean? You know what I said to myself? Baby girl, if she was my woman, I would have made sure that she didn't take that job. I would have made sure that she got fired from that job before she take that job. I would have made sure that she left that job before she take that job. But again, it's all for the spirit. It's all for the spirit. She took the jab. No, she might have been chipped now. Because they're saying that we chipped. I don't really change topic, but they're saying with the jab, with the syringe, that they've created a chip. That's the size of a grain of salt. 1 grain of salt, and chip that small, that they can inject you with that chip through the syringe. So you don't know that some people are walking around saying that they've taken a jab, but they've also taken the chip too. You don't know. Wow. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah.
So boy, you know what I mean? So the times will come where people are going to take a shot thinking that is one thing, but really it's something else, man. I'm telling you, that scripture says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Don't consent to nothing that this devil uses.
Never.
It says never trust that enemy. Because he'll give you something, say it's for your benefit, but really he's trying to chip you. He's trying to give you something offered to idols, man. You gotta be wary of this so-called white man. And all his mandates, all his wiles, his schemes, man, what he's plotting. So remember, he's trying to target our people. But anyway, let's go back because I don't want to deviate. It says, Luke 14, verse 18, and they all, with one consent, began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I've married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. You see some guys making an excuse not to come into this truth. I've got a ground. And on ground, you're thinking about building a house, man. You're thinking about throwing a party, man. Throwing your own little supper. Your own little party. Inviting your own little friends. You're trying to bid men to your little party on a little ground that you've made. You know what I'm saying? Planting your little vineyard. Drinking the wine thereof. Treading the grapes. Being a little husbandman. Selling your wine. You know what I mean? That's what you're thinking. A man that have a yoke of oxen, that's your business. That's riches, man. Oxen, cattle, gold. That's your wealth. No, you could have a female, a heifer, and then a male bull, and gender it, man. That's your business.
Right.
Your cattle.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Or you have a wife, you have a woman. Women are pretty, a more beautiful woman. Most I can give you a beautiful woman. To deceive you. And think that, oh, that's the only, you finally got that woman you desire. That chocolate skin. Sister, man.
Wow.
But the Most High gave you that woman so you wouldn't come to this truth. Because this truth is supposed to be your woman. It said, make understanding thy kinswoman. And call wisdom your mother. That's in Proverbs, roughly paraphrasing. The real music that our people are supposed to be listening to is this word. This word, man. Singing songs like that is not going to get you delivered. I'm telling you. Reciting those words to that song is not going to get you saved.
That's death right there.
That's death, right? That's corruption.
You know what I'm saying?
That music box right there.
Let's not bring that rubbish over here.
You see, the Most High didn't sell women to teach the truth.
Our people are just destroyed.
Right? Let me read on. It says, right, so let me read on. Verse 21. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servants, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. First it said, the Lord was angry, and go out into the streets and lanes of the city. Where are we right now? The streets and lanes of the city of Babylon, the mother of harlots. Let me get that. Revelation 17, verse 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. That's right. What city reigns over the other kings of the earth? America. Babylon the Great.
Nonsense.
Ridiculous, man. That's why the Most High set up these women to deceive people. The Most High set up men to teach the true knowledge, man. That's not knowledge over there.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
That's not knowledge.
That's devilish, man.
You ain't going to learn nothing up there. What are you going to learn going up there?
What if everybody's...
You going to learn more here
Right.
in half an hour. You're going to spend your whole life in these churches and not learn nothing.
They're jokes. They're jokes.
But what about if you guys?
Huh?
What about if you guys?
If you guys what? What?
Saying, what about if you
We
guys
sing.
We are singing.
Let's sing the song right now.
This is the song.
That's right.
This is the song.
Spiritual song.
Well, you got some.
Yeah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sought as children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
My people are foolish. The sottest children, man. You so-called black people, very beautiful people. You're the most foolish people.
Yeah.
You're dumb, man. You're a very foolish nation of people. Here is you've been enslaved by people, and then you want to join hands with them.
Yeah, there you go. And this is demonic music that's being played is a clear example to show how foolish our people are, man. You know, the Lord, so-called Negroes from West Africa, they're stuck in this Christianity rubbish, man. You know,
singing and having a good time and dancing. That's not the Bible. Yahawah didn't tell his disciples to sing and dance in the streets, have a little music box, and sanctify the women to teach the word. You know, the Lord didn't say that. Anyway, let's read on. It said, that's why I said, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. Right. Who's the blind? That's the majority of our people. The maimed and the halt. The lowly. The lower class of our people. That's why when you come up here, there's a majority of the lowly of our people that come up here and listen to this word. I already said it before. A nigga not gonna pull up in his Range Rover, come out of his car and listen to this word. Because why? Because he's got his comforting. That car and that lifestyle he's living, that's his consolation. This word is our consolation, man. This word, these testimonies, this is our consolation. Music, man. Music is not supposed to be your comforting, man. Just said, verse 23, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. And what house is that talking about?
This house is like
It says, this is 1 Corinthians 3 verse 9. For we were laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building. Right. We are the Most High's building, man. Okay. So this is the temple that the Most High is constructing right now using the ministry of the prophets. When you see what's going on in these churches, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. The Most High is not dealing with these churches. This is the church that the Lord is dealing with right here.
That's right, that's right.
The tabernacle of David.
That's right.
The temple of the living God.
That's right.
And let's get that. That's how they're going to look. That's how they're going to look. That's why I said. Well, let me read this out. Let me read this to you. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company.
That's right.
That's what they're doing.
And shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner is their fathers unto the prophets. Right, the reward in heaven. They're not talking about being up there in the sky with the little angels like Cupid floating around with angels on your back. The kingdom of heaven is going to be a kingdom established on planet Earth. The scripture says we're going to be kings and priests and reign on the earth. Because the first heavens and first earth will be destroyed by fire, nuclear fire. But the elect of our people that believe are going to be saved from that second death, from the fire of brimstone. Like if you know anything about, there's a map of West Africa that Emmanuel Bowen carved during the 1700s. And next to Ghana, there was the Kingdom of Judah. Yeah, I can show you.
People need to go to system of police right here.
Why? a manual Boeing. Hold on.
There's a white man there. I got that book.
Look at this book. Yeah. Ego question. Yeah, on Amazon. Yeah, but you know in Europe, they circumcise their sons on the 8th day. They circumcise their sons on the 8th day in Europe, among the Europeans. That's an ancient tradition, going back to your ancestors. Because you're the Hebrews, you're the Israelites. Now, Judah, Igbo, my dad's dad, he's from Ndoma, from Benue State. And I went there, and I told my people there that they're Israelites. And they already knew. My people know it. I went to Lagos. And there was an elder there. I went to Lagos and my dad's girlfriend is Igbo. And her brothers know the elders. And when the elders asked me, I know how the Igbos came to West Africa. And I knew, but I played dumb. I didn't know. So I said, I don't know. And he said, the Romans burnt down our temple. That's how we migrated to Africa. That's what that man told me. So they already know. People that they know. That's how we migrated to the Africans. You understand? Because we always had an affinity with Africa. Because remember, we were slaves in Egypt. So even during the time of Jeremiah, we always had colonies of our people that were living in Egypt. That's why the angel told Joseph and Mary to go into Egypt. Because of King Herod, he was going to kill all the sons that was 2 years old and under. So the angel advised them to go into Egypt. Why? Because you had our people that were in Egypt. Not just in Israel, we were also living.
So that means that the Egyptians in Egypt now, they don't know Egyptians.
No, the real Egyptians are the people of Sudan. Tall, dark skin.
Dark skin.
Those people.
Arabs.
No.
People that were drawn on the whole all over the Egypt.
Yeah, the Arabs.
These are the people,
Yeah. Like the people of Sudan. Now there's a guy who works with, you ask the people. There's this one guy here. From he's like a security guard. He used to work in first Sports Direct. This is Brixton, it's around the corner. And he's from Sudan. I went up to him and I asked him, you're an Egyptian, isn't it? He said, yeah, but I know. So anyway, they're accustomed to shave their faces, to make their head bald. And you see our people, you see their beards. That's us, the people. We were slaves. It was us. Yeah. And the people of Sudan. It was basically a black on black crime.
They were all black people.
All black people. The Egyptians were dark skinned.
The pyramids and everything.
They were dark skinned, the people of Sudan. But those people are not our people. Those are Hamites. We come from Shem. They come from Ham. You understand? Yeah, man. So you have to understand that. That's the people of Ghana. They know they're Israelites. They also circumcise their sons in the 8th day.
But not Africans know they're Israelites. You say that's what it is to America.
You know, we're not
And the native Indians.
Yeah, those are the northern people are so good.
They're brainwashed.
Dumbest people.
You know what? These are the guys that eat the fringes on their clothes.
The most time you
Why is it? Their brains are being fed. People dress like Americans make a big deal when people dress like this for Halloween. They insult. Why is that insult?
Well, they made everything, our whole culture an insult. Now they make Thanksgiving, the turkey and the cranberry sauce. It represents the blood and the bodies of the Native American Indians. So that's what they're really celebrating in Thanksgiving. can research it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call the red Indian. They're not red. There's nothing red about it. It's just the white man, he's the red man.
So he's not black.
Yeah, they're dark skinned. They're our brothers and sisters. The indigenous people of North Central South America. But the conquistadors came and put their blood in there, innit? So you have a lot of them Hispanic people that look white. So a lot of them are not our people. But the ones that are from the indigenous people, those are our people.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right. Read it, we'll break it down.
So all unfaithful people that believe in this rubbish, they're gonna die, man. Simple as that. Because if they're not in this truth, they're gonna die. Simple as that. And all people that they're very ignorant people anyways.
People don't realise. People let their world suck them in.
Yeah.
Everyone's so sucked into social media. They don't realise the realness about life.
What country are you from?
I'm Nigerian.
Yoruba.
He's Igbo.
Igbo, yeah? Okay.
Like when you look up,
You speak Igbo, yeah?
I know some.
Okay, I understand.
I know some Yoruba as well. Like one means God.
like when you look at the word meteor, hold on, let me look up.
The word meaning.
Yeah, meteor.
There's a lot of meaning to it. The English language is like a spell, like there's a lot of spells casted in the English language. You know that, yeah?
Yeah, you know the word meteor is a Greek goddess.
Meteor is a Greek goddess. I got a tattoo yesterday with a hoodie. I know I shouldn't, but I like that. I know I shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
Please.
Where you going? I know tattoos. What is bad about tattoos? At least you know how to handle that. Well, I don't know how to handle that situation. Really?
Yeah. So this is meteor. That's the Greek goddess called meteor.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, meteor.
What's she riding on?
Dragons of meteor.
Wow.
The serpents.
Wow.
Showing you,
The meteor is a Greek goddess. So she's a serpent.
now Greek goddess, she's the goddess of sorcery or illusions or witchcraft.
Wow. And that's what everyone, and no one even knows that.
That's why the entertainment industry is called meteor. Because it's casting spells. That's why our people, they get all into that.
Casting spells.
They've been deceived by
I
it.
started listening to Cardi B and all these, I started listening to a lot of rap music because I realised what they were saying, it's bullshit. It's really bad. So I listen to music that has more meaning. Like there's a lady that I did recently discovered called Star Rock. I like Star Rock a lot, yeah.
It's different. It came out. It's still here. It's after you came out.
I will always yeah, because I saw that outtake and I was also like, okay. On my TikTok, there's an Israelite group that I follow.
You gotta hear the word, man, probably wisdom.
So this is meteor is known in most stories as a sorceress. And is often depicted as a priestess of the goddess Hecate. Yeah? Hold on, man.
I watched this show called American Gods. Like in American Gods, yeah, there's a lot of hidden messages about the world and all this stuff. It's crazy. Like they speak about all that media as a woman. So they name everything in this series represents something evil in the world. So media
Well, let me just read this here. This huh? No, it's we're filming. It's Nahum 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlots, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahawah of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. Right. The well-favored harlot is talking about a miracle. That's the same harlot in Revelation chapter 17. The whore that sitteth upon many waters. Right? There's known for her witchcrafts. Hollywood. I believe Hollywood, that's the thing that the witch makes her want from.
Wow.
Hollywood, man. You know what I mean?
And then there's a whole city. Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all founded upon witchcraft. Freemasonry.
Yeah, of course.
The Illuminati.
And a lot of things in life here are based on the truth. And people are so dumb to not realise it's in our faces. Like in the films, in the movies, everything, in the cinema, all the TV shows. It's literally letting you know one, but people don't even, you're not deep in it. Yeah, but
you know, subliminal meaning.
That's not subliminal to me, because the message is so clear. The message in the film is so clear, but people watch the film for the actor and the actress. They're not really watching the message. Man,
Trust me.
you know, people saying, oh my God, like, they're letting people know what I want. Because the movie producers, it's that they know what's going on in the world.
Yeah, they know
They know what's going on. But then the people watching it don't know.
They don't know.
They see it
You see what I'm saying? That's how to put the truth. You know how you hide the truth?
But why are they letting us know though? If they don't want us to know. So why do they do it? Put it in the films.
Right, because basically that's their arrogance, man.
That's right.
They'll put it right in your face to show you how stupid you are.
Yeah.
That's how to hide the truth. Put it in a book. Because people don't read. Or put it in a film. Put the truth like the Matrix. The Matrix has many truths in it, man. There are people who are literally walking up and down and they're not paying attention to what's going on. And there's only a few people that know the truth.
And even the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is a message.
There you go. You know what I mean? But the main thing right now is to hearken to the prophets, man.
Yeah, prophet.
Because in every kingdom, in every empire, there was always prophets that signified the end. Now these churches, they got the wrong doctrine, man. Okay? The real prophets, they will speak about the end of kingdoms, man. Let me get it. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So that's what prophets did. They prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Now the people in church, they're not doing it. All they're doing, and they never have the Bible open.
Money.
If you notice, they never have the Bible open.
Never.
They'll have a whole service conducted and the Bible will be closed.
Criminals.
And the Bible will be behind them. That's what the devil operates. The devil will step to you with the Bible, but he will never tell you what's in it.
That's right. Tell them.
The truth, the men of truth will show you, will prove it to you.
What version?
King James Version.
King
James Version.
So there's some Bibles that don't speak the truth.
They won't. Because remember, they're being advised by the government what to say and what not to
but
say.
there's a company, there's a Jewish man that runs, a white Jewish man that runs Bible publication. I forgot his name. He runs a Bible, it's one of the biggest Bible publications. And the Bibles that he produces, they have nothing. All the words have been changed up.
There you go. These newly translated Bibles. Like if you notice with the newly translated Bible, they take the word black out of the Bible.
Yes.
Like if you say my skin, it says I am black but comely, or my skin is black. Like they take the word black out of it. So you have to be very careful with this newly translated.
And then the white people that read it, they think it's about them, but it's not.
It's not about them. And even our people read the book and they think it's about them. So again, see, that's what I'm saying. That's where the deception comes in. That's where the deception comes in. Human, man of color. Man of color, human. Right?
Wait, human? Human? It's human. So that means... But it's still human.
Right, let me go back to, I was reading this before. Yeah. I mean, this whole country is built... Hold on.
This is why I want to homeschool my children, because what they learn in school is bullshit.
Well, if you try not to seek your life, having children, fuck with them. Don't think about trying to build a family and build it. Why would you build on a ship that's sinking? This place is sinking. But if you want kids, just don't be thinking about having a life. Scripture says, "He that findeth his life shall lose it." So you gotta be hoping for the end of this place. Now think about it. Now, if you was to have children here and all hell break loose, we already see that they're trying to force people to take the jab. And then it's gonna be the chip. So if you have children, that's what's gonna make shit worse. We're gonna have kingdom when when we're really gonna have our family set up, when the kingdom is established. That's when you really wanna have family set up and a family for comfortability. If you have children, like I want children.
When you say the kingdom is established, that sounds like something that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, but that's not because they're crazy. You're in the know. You see all these signs coming to pass. Remember I told you about a prophet, they prophesied against kingdoms of the evil, famine. You see what is happening right around the world. You see what's happening in Afghanistan, China, India, Russia, United States of America, Taiwan. You see what's going on, rumors of war. You see the famine all around the world. In China, there's a new lockdown in China. People are trying to stop piling on food. Okay? You see the famine in South Africa, the looting stores, everything like that. You see the famine in America with how the heat wave is drying up all the crops, the farmland. The farmers is selling away their cattle because they can't feed their cattle because all the hay is all burned up, all the heat is. With the rivers is all dried up. You know what I'm saying? In Canada, billions of sea life has been boiled alive.
I believe this is happening because of the madness that their ancestors have done. I believe that the countries that go through this turmoil are a lot of the countries that their ancestors have really fucked up. That's what I think. Because look at Africa. Why doesn't natural disasters happen in Africa? I don't hear nothing burning in Africa.
No, but the thing is, the government.
I don't hear the water drying up in Africa.
You get what I'm saying?
The government's corrupt here, but the country itself is a very blessed place.
You have to understand this. When people are missing, they don't report it in the news. You get what I'm saying? Because there's no technology to report these things that happen. If you went to Nigeria, to Ghana, and stuff like that, there's a lot of child sacrifices, there's a lot of car accidents. It's not organized, you don't hear about these things that happen. You get what I'm saying? Whereas here, there's a lot of cameras there, so you can see everything that goes on.
Let me get this. You're talking about, it says Psalms 107 verse 33. You turneth rivers, you gotta listen to this, It says, you turneth rivers into a wilderness, and the water springs into dry ground, a fruitful land into barrenness, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. So that's why the Lord is drying up the fruitful land of America, because of the wickedness of them that dwell therein. So the Bible is confirming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the wickedness that they did, yeah?
Exactly, because the scriptures say that. Because how did we as a people get to America? Slave trade. So America was founded upon bloodshed of our people. What does it say in Revelation? It said she was drunken with the blood of the saints, man.
That's right.
Right, let me get that real quick.
That's why all that madness happened there.
That's why the Lord is bringing judgments upon that land.
But naturally,
why? Because of the controversy of our people.
That's what I'm saying.
What's happening?
But in Africa, that don't happen. You don't really see them kind of things happening in Africa.
It's happening in America.
Yeah.
Read it. This is Revelation chapter 17. Revelation verse 17, verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahawah. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Now, what is that woman? Verse 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. What city reigns over the other kings of the earth? America. And so that woman, that city, was drunken with the blood of us. Alright? And that's why there's going to be a judgment for America. And let me read from verse 16. Right? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Now, what's the 10 horns?
Don't they read this? I don't confuse.
They're not going to, because they don't have the truth. The Most High, when Scripture says, He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. So only the prophets will have these secrets. The majority of people, they've been blinded. So you have to understand that what you're getting right now, this is the true riches. This is the true knowledge.
I need to get this one.
The King James Version. But now, it said that the 10 horns shall hate the whore. What's the 10 horns speaking about? That's speaking about the EU. Because originally it was made up of 10 European nations. Now it's made up of 27. Talking about France, Spain, the UK, Germany, Greece, right? All these European nations, they're going to hate America and eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Meaning they're all going to turn on America and shoot missiles and destroy America. That's going to happen. That's prophecy. Why do you think in Revelations 18, it says that in 1 hour, that completely destroyed. That's nuclear destruction in the Bible.
When's that gonna? I know it sounds crazy to say when's that gonna happen. Obviously, it's gonna happen in the life. It's gonna happen in this life. But how do you know that?
How do you know that?
Because this was written
I'll show you. This is
millions
Matthew.
of years ago. So why is it now it's gonna happen?
This is on Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? Like how you're asking. And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Now when you look at the word world, it means eon, which literally means an age. Because the earth is always going to be here. But what's going to happen is that it's going to be an end of an age, or end of a rulership. Right? So it said, and Yahawah answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. Like these churches.
Yes.
Right? Dr. Malachi Z. York.
Driving Lambos and that.
You know what I mean? We say, yo, shalom. What else? You gotta have the Muslims. They think that they've been anointed. And a lot of our people have been deceived into that. Okay? A lot of our people have been deceived. Huh?
My family's Muslim.
Yeah, but you see that crescent moon? That's really the moon goddess. The moon goddess.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, look into it. The moon god of Islam.
Wow.
Because that's what they were worshipping before Muhammad came on the scene. Yeah, type it in on Google, the moon goddess of Islam. And you'll see the crescent moon and the star. That's what that really goes. There's all ancient idols that had that same moon, that crescent moon. Now this is it, man. You gotta listen to this word. That's it. We don't have a place of worship. We don't have books that we've written. The book has already been written. The book has already been written. So it says, let me read. It says, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Now there was an earthquake in Haiti that just hit a couple of days ago, man. About over 200 people got killed, man. Over 200 earthquakes in Canada, Alaska, earthquakes in Indonesia.
Haiti the people.
Yeah, our people, the Israelites.
So why are they getting
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 41. Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all the fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters.
Bring it on.
So basically, the flying swords, the ancient prophets were seeing the nuclear missiles, man.
Right.
So those missiles that were flying, they were seeing it, man. So they described it as a flying sword that was flying in a certain direction.
Right.
You know, and that many waters, because you know the landscape of the earth has water, so that's the many waters that it's going through.
Yeah, right. That's right. So like I said, man, we're seeing all these things, famine, man, on biblical scales. You can look it up. There's articles on this, man. There's scientists that say that the famine that's around the world is on biblical proportions. You're seeing locusts, the grasshopper plague in Carolina, or California, California. Huh? There's a grasshopper plague because the grasshoppers are multiplying because of the famine, the heat wave. The heat wave that's over there in West America is causing locusts to be multiplying.
Wow.
Do you understand? Yeah, they thrive off the heat.
Wow.
And you know about the locusts that's in East Africa? The locust plague. You don't know about that? Locust plague. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be on your watch to really know what's going on.
How do you stay in the know?
I'm saying the news, they'll tell you what, really watching us. Watch us, because we're the watchmen. We're your news reporters. We're the ones that are showing you what's happening and how it's in the scriptures. Like, you know about the Hebrew Israelites, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know about we're Great Millstone. We're the GMS Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
Watch our videos and keep yourself informed of what's going on. Great Millstone. Like, you get what I mean? So there's brothers.
I'm doing it. I just recently, my friend told me about this and I started doing my research and I was like, oh my god, things was making sense as I started reading more and more. So I've only just got into this. Like, I'd say like around like sort of what we now August. I'd say from like January this year, I've discovered the Israelites. I never even knew what Israelites were.
See what I'm saying? See, I've been teaching in the street.
When it says Israelites are God's people.
Yeah.
His children.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you read the Bible, when you read it, you just think it's about white people.
Exactly.
You don't think it's about black people.
That's the deception.
Yeah.
That's the deception. You're thinking of white angels, the blonde hair, blue-eyed white man. And you know, you're thinking about the prophets being white.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Recently, I only realized that even Jesus is white, but they made him seem as if he's white.
Exactly.
Jesus ain't got no hair and white. Like,
You know that's leprosy.
like, what the hell?
Having yellow hair is leprosy.
What I mean?
In the Bible, having white skin is called leprosy.
So why would they even say that that's Jesus?
See what I'm saying? That's why.
Jesus is a black man. Even when you describe the way that he looked at the hair and that,
woolly.
Yeah, that's what black man's hair.
Feet like it was burned in the
Yeah,
furnace.
exactly.
That's a dark-skinned black man.
Yeah, but people are so dumb to think that that's a white man. Like, but then those words have been taken out of the Bible and they changed it up.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the pastors that are here, we're the real pastors of our nation.
That's what I'm saying.
And
They want to make us sound like the mad people. Walking past thinking that you're crazy.
I know. The amount of sisters I see walk past me today that look at me, they got that smirk in their face like I'm crazy. Yeah. They look at me like I'm crazy. But that's what I'm saying. It takes confidence to stand out in the street, you know.
Of course, you know. It does.
I'm telling you,
And they're the
because
crazy ones.
exactly,
That's
they're
the
the
maddest part.
crazy
You're the
ones.
crazy one.
That's what I'm saying.
You're the crazy one.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
See, that's why the scriptures call us. And let me just get it, man. Let me just get it.
Crazy.
So we are here
People must think you're
to
crazy when you tell
share
them all this
good
stuff.
news with you today.
Since Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So the Most High is going to give you pastors according to the Most High's mind. That's going to feed you with true knowledge and understanding. Like when you found out about the Messiah, Yahawah, having dark skin and woolly hair, you're being fed now. Now you're learning more with us than you did when you was in the churches, man. If you stand up here for like 15 minutes, you learn more here than the whole time you spent in them churches. I'm telling you. And the reason why it's important that you learn this is because that's what's going to lead to your salvation. Because when Yahawah comes back, he's going to come back and what the white man calls UFOs. The clouds of heaven. He's going to talk about the clouds of heaven, but they're not.
He is who he said he is.
You know what I'm saying?
We are not here to argue. We are not here to dispute who Jesus is. We are here to proclaim who he is. We are here in his authority, by his power, by his grace and his commandments.
How can they be
He tells us to go in all the world and teach them all that I have told you. So we have come in obedience to him. We have come in obedience to doing his will, to do what he has asked us to do. We are not here seeking to justify ourselves, for we are already justified in Christ. We are justified by the blood of the Lamb. We are justified in Christ, our Lord and our Savior. As soon as Jesus is coming back,
That's us.
he is coming back real soon. He shall be returning, but he will not be coming back down to earth. He's not coming back in the flesh that he came and he took on the nature of man and he became
I'm telling you.
flesh.
That's why I said, hold on.
I want to know before you got the planet, yeah. I want to find what's that thing, yeah?
He
that they
came
carry
as a
around.
human
The gold,
being.
what is that?
He
I see it
came
all the time
down
when I
to this
watch the
earth
YouTube videos.
so that he
It was like a gold,
can relate to
something that
us.
related to God.
He
It was
can
gold.
reveal
And
himself to us.
apparently, right now, it's
Jesus,
Ethiopia.
he is Lord. He is
It's like a
the
gold.
Son of the living God.
Yeah,
He
it's like a
is the
gold.
beginning and the end,
It's
the
like a
Alpha and the
really
Omega.
sacred gold,
For
something
God
that
so
is,
loved
means
the
a lot to God or
world
something like that. I
that
don't
he
know.
gave
West
this
Africa.
world his only begotten Son.
I don't know what it is,
His
but
name
the
is
golden, I don't
Jesus.
know.
But you know what? Those things there, yeah, that don't. What's going to ensure your salvation is just hearkening to this word. Very simple. Now all that shit there, you having that is not going to get you delivered, man.
So you say, do your research and
The
act
gift
on
of
it.
God.
Now really, it's not hearkening to the prophets. That's what the
Jesus
scriptures
is
say
the
to you.
gift of
Now
God.
let me bring it out.
Jesus,
Prophets, when you say
he is the gift of God.
Hearken means
He
faith.
gives us life
This
and
is
he gives us fullness
Jeremiah.
of joy. He gives us life that is eternal. So when death shall come, when the end,
Yeah.
when
This is
judgment
This is
shall
Jeremiah
come,
chapter 25
not
verse
just
4.
death where we go
And the
to the
Lord,
grave,
or Yahawah,
because after that
has
death,
sent unto you
there still is a
all
judgment
his servants,
to
the
come.
prophets,
There is a
rising
judgment.
early and sending them.
Jesus has come so that when we are judged,
And the Lord has sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them. But ye have not hearkened,
in the blood of the
nor
Lamb,
inclined your ear to
in
hear.
the blood of the Lamb,
They said,
the blood of the
turn
Lamb
ye
of God.
again, now
Jesus
everyone
is the
from
Lamb
his
of God.
evil way,
He is
and from the
one
evil
who
of your
shed
doings,
his blood for you
and dwell
and
in the
me,
land
so
that the
our
Lord
sins
hath given
can be
unto you
atoned
and to your
for.
fathers
Did you
forever
know
and ever.
that the law was
And go not
the
after
law?
other gods,
Remember, God is
and
the
to serve them,
creator of all.
and to
The
worship
original
them,
laws
and
were
to
of
provoke
God.
me not to
And
anger
sin,
with the works of
wages
your
of
hands,
sin was
and I will
death.
do you no hurt.
Therefore,
You understand?
therefore,
So what the
and
prophets
it
would
still
say
is, by
to
the
our
way,
people
if we
is
sin,
turn you
we are
out of your
separated
way,
from
man,
God.
and
When we
return back
practice
unto the
sin,
Most High.
we are separated
Because if you
from
notice,
God. But
our
God
people
has
are all
sent
into
us
the
his
world,
Son.
man.
He
You
sent us
understand?
his Son.
And that's
very, very evil
So
world
in
we live
the
in.
old days,
There's a lot of
in
evilness
the
happening.
old covenant,
very
I try not to
when
leave my
you
house as much.
sinned,
I came down
you
here to know.
needed to take the
Say
blood
what?
of a lamb. You needed to take the
I don't like
blood
leaving my house a
of
lot
an
because
animal, so that
I
blood can
believe
be
that there's a lot of bad
atoned
spirits in the
for
air.
our sins.
I don't like to leave my house
The
alone.
blood
Like this problem.
of the
You
dove
know,
I don't leave my house.
animalic
I don't
blood
leave my house.
has to
I
be
swear to God, I
taken
live
to
in
the
Kenya.
priest. And
Like,
then there was a
there's
ceremony
no neighbours.
to
Do you know what I mean? I
perform
live in the
so
sticks.
that the
And
people
I'm only
could
coming to my
cleanse.
house. Do you know what I mean? Like,
But God,
there's a lot of bad
in His
spirits
mercy,
walking around, you know.
and in His
There's people that
infinite
you see,
wisdom,
yeah,
He
they're not really
loves
what they
the
look like. So
world.
the image
He
in the
loves
flesh
us for God
isn't
is
really
love.
what is the spirit.
they're really demons, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I'm
Love.
telling you.
He
There's a
sent
lot of
His
demons out here.
Son.
There's a lot
God,
of
it's the
demons
book
out
of
here.
Job, 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth.
Read loud.
That's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Read it again.
It's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right, the scripture says that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So who are the wicked? Yeah, the Most High has given this earth into the hands of the wicked. So who are the wicked?
By faith,
In the so-called white man.
eternal life.
The so-called white man. So now let me just hold on right there. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked.
It's true, Dr. Moss.
I'm telling you, man.
It's true.
You can't even concentrate.
I swear to God, what is this?
Jesus is coming to this world. And through him,
This is off, bro. This is off.
we
You
can
see
be
that?
saved. There is no other way.
That's why this place needs to be disgraced.
Through the Son, through Jesus,
Fucking injected us.
we are saved.
And there's somebody like that
So
now,
believe in
a
him.
man approaching you,
Through Jesus,
they're going to be like, what do you
we
want?
all have sinned.
What do you expect?
We
Is
all
that what you
fall
expected?
short
There you
of
go.
the
This,
glory of
yeah?
God.
How do you not expect a man to grab you up? Do you know what I mean? Like, come on,
We
man.
can be.
That's why I say, you know, Babylon, the word Babylon means confusion. The word Babylon means Babel, which means confusion. Literally.
That Jesus is the Son of God.
See, this right here is teaching our people boredom.
Was crucified.
When you see the brothers out here with the garments,
But he rose
teaching out his
again
book,
from the grave.
teaching our people
He
boredom.
rose,
The Most
he
High doesn't want you
Never
to
see
do.
anyone dressed like you.
And because he is
I always stop and
risen,
listen.
because he is
Then again,
resurrected from
you've
the
got
grave,
other Israelite
we
guys
too
that are
have
from other
received,
camps.
when you
So you
believe,
gotta be careful of what
in
other
Jesus.
camps are teaching.
his victory
Because you got guys,
is your
listen,
victory.
you got certain guys dressed up in purple.
Victory belongs
Those
to
guys are
Jesus.
teaching that the mark, you know, the
When we
mark of the
believe
beast.
it, we too
Yeah, when you go into Revelation, he calls it four both small and great. Yeah, they're teaching that the mark of the beast is Christianity.
He is Lord. He is
You know,
Lord.
you know what the mark of the
He
beast
is
is.
risen from the dead. And he is Lord.
Like,
Hold on.
Every
Why
knee
are they
shall
speaking
bow,
to me? I'm confused.
and
So the
every tongue
Israelites
shall
are speaking about
confess
Christianity.
that Jesus Christ is Lord. You may be told of different
right,
gods.
let me show you.
You
Like
may
these
be
guys
told
here.
of different ways to come to God. But I'm here to tell you, there is only one way. There is only one way by which you can be saved. There is only one way, and that is through Christ
These
Jesus.
guys.
There is only one way by which you can be saved.
These guys here,
The way is
they're
Jesus.
teaching that the mark of the
Jesus is
beast
Lord.
is talking
Jesus
about
is
Christianity, which is true.
Jesus is
Now, it
Lord.
tells you that the mark of the
There
beast
is no
is
other
something
way
that's going to be put in your
by
hand.
which we can receive
or in your forehead.
salvation. Young man,
Something that will be
Jesus loves
inserted
you.
into you.
He loves you very
Now,
much.
let me read it to you. Now, listen,
You
listen, listen.
believe him, you trust him, you
This is
follow
on
him.
Revelation chapter
Follow the
13,
Lord.
verse
Jesus.
16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. So that mark said that no man is going to be able to buy or sell anything until you take it in your hand. Now, if you know anything about the jab, the vaccine, right? The vaccination, that's what we call it. What they put in it? They put it in your arm. Or they took the test and they put it up into your forehead. See what I'm saying? And what they're trying to say is, that there's a chip that they've created, yeah? You know how they were microchipping pets? That is the mark of the beast.
Your blood, Jesus.
Because there's going to be a microchip that they're going to put inside of it.
You said
It might be in that, but there also is going to be a chip that they're going to try and chip everybody.
I've heard that.
It is
I've heard it's coming.
finished.
I've heard it's coming.
The
There's some places already doing it.
Yeah. But in Sweden,
By which who are
But I don't get how is a human letting your arm down and letting someone.
that nature
sick?
cannot please
Are you
God.
actually sick?
It cannot, for it is a cursed nature.
I wanna ask Lady
God
if she's alright.
cursed Adam when Adam chose to love his wife more than he chose to love the Creator. God is the Creator. God blew breath. God took dust and he made man. He blew his breath into Adam He blew his breath
Most High's not
into
dealing with
dust,
women, man.
and Adam became
Most
a
High's
living
called and
soul.
suffered not a woman
He
to teach.
became a
He's got a
living
demon,
soul.
a very masculine
And
spirit.
every
Now look
human
at
being that has walked this earth,
They're gonna learn.
every human being, and I said human,
that woman in the white, blouse,
born
whoever it is.
of man and woman, every
That just
human
shows
being
that our people are destroyed
comes
for
from the
lack of
seed of Adam. But Jesus,
Look at this
the
faggot,
one
look at this
who was
faggot.
born of the Holy Spirit,
Abomination,
the
man.
one whom God
This
spoke,
faggot.
Most High
and
gonna
he
destroy you.
became
This
life.
faggot. It's
He
a guy
became,
with
for
some
he
orange.
was with the Father from the
And you're gonna die
beginning.
with him too.
God can speak a
She's wearing yellow
word.
hair,
die
which is
with
leprosy.
Word is life.
You're gonna die with
Our
him
people
too.
are destroyed for a
Word
lack of
flesh.
knowledge, man.
The word took on flesh. So Adam
Wait,
nature,
I'm telling you, man.
every human being nature is sinful.
All women, see, so
Every
it. They
human
reject
being
guys
is
like us
born
that's
in
standing for
sin
the Lord.
and
She gonna take a
shaped
faggot.
But
in
then she gonna take
so
someone
we
that
will sin.
might
That
have
is the
STD,
nature
man.
of man.
Hey, man.
But
Tell him.
God saw that he loved us. He loved us. So the first
This
man, which was
Romans
Adam,
chapter 13, verse
disobeyed
11.
him
And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
In his love, he sent
The night
Jesus.
is far
He
spent.
sent the Son of
The
God.
day
In
is
his
at
love,
hand.
he
Let
sent
us therefore
Jesus.
cast off the works of
So
darkness
through Jesus,
and let us put on the
through
armor of
Jesus,
light. What armor are we putting on?
Jesus,
This word.
through
This is the armor that we're putting on. And what
Through
armor?
him,
You put
we
on
are
armor
saved.
to protect you
Through Jesus.
on the battlefield, man.
Through Jesus.
Because when you're on the
Through
battlefield,
Jesus.
you're a soldier.
He is the only
And you know who are you
name
fighting
by
against?
which we
You're
can
fighting
receive
against the wiles of the
salvation.
devil.
He is the only
Okay?
name
And
that
who's the wiles of the
we
devil?
can change our nature.
Right?
The
Because you're
nature
the
that
Israelites.
we were born
That
of
is our
through
people.
Jesus.
We're the
When
true
we
people of the
believe
land.
by faith, we
were
receive
slaves.
a new nature. We receive the nature of God. We receive the Spirit of God. We are baptized with the Holy Spirit.
I don't know
And
what
the
tribe you're from.
nature of God is in us through faith. By grace, we are saved. Through faith. By grace, we are saved. We are saved.
You can see in God,
Saved.
they circumcised their sons.
Now,
in the day.
because
That's
we
a
have
huge cost.
believed
You understand?
in the nature,
So,
we believe
we know that our Messiah
in the
is so-called black.
Son of God.
We know that we're not black people.
In believing,
What's this color of
he
your skin?
began to lead us by his Spirit.
So why do
he
you call us
began
black?
to lead
Well,
us into
black means
all
something
truth.
dirty or
He
unclean.
began to reveal
something
all the
immoral,
darkness to us,
something
all
sinful,
the lies of
something
this world,
detestable.
all the deception of this world.
You understand? It's
all the
witchcraft.
unclean spirits.
We, our people
all
have
the
been
false
deceived
religion,
into
all
thinking
the
that we're
false
inferior
belief,
to so-called white
all
people.
the wickedness
But really, you're
of this
above them, man.
world. Through
The reason
Jesus,
why we're at the
as
bottom
we
right now
begin
is
to
because we
walk
sinned against our
in
God.
the Spirit of God,
The Most High
guided
Yahawah.
by the Spirit of
That's
God,
why we have to return back
guided
unto Him,
by the
right?
light of this world, who is Jesus.
Let me just read this. This is
As we begin
Romans
to
chapter
be
13,
led
verse 11.
by Jesus,
And that,
He shows us
knowing the
all
time,
darkness.
that
He
now it is
exposed
high
all the
time
unclean
to awake
spirits.
out of sleep.
He exposed all the deception.
For now is our
all the
salvation
false
nearer than when we
religion,
believe.
all
Right, the scripture says,
religion.
knowing the time,
God
high
calls us
time to
into a
awake our sleep.
relationship with Him.
Because right now,
A
before you
relationship.
knew the truth,
Do you
you
know
were
what
sleeping.
true religion is?
You were like these people walking around.
True religion
You thought you was a black
is to
person. You thought
love
you were
the Lord our
Ghanaian.
God.
The word Ghana, this means
It
war
is
chief. That's what that
to
word means. It
love
means war
the
chief.
fatherless.
It was a title given
Those
to
who
the
are
war
without
chief.
fathers.
And then you took that title and gave it
Now
to the
there is
holy
the
of
earthly
people. You
father.
became Ghanaians.
But until
Now before the game
we
of the
believe
ancient
in
Ghanaian
Jesus, we
empire,
are without the
we
true
were in the
Father,
land of Israel.
which is God.
And we migrated to
Without
West
the
Africa.
Father.
That's the history
So
of the people
until
of West
such a
Africa.
time
We
when
migrated.
everyone come into
We're not
believe
Africans.
and receive the
Because
Father
there's many
and
races
the
of people
Son,
that are calling themselves
true
Africans.
religion
You got white
is
people
to
calling themselves
love,
Africans.
to
You got
love
Ethiopians that are calling
the
themselves
orphans,
Africans. You got Somalians
those
that are
who
calling
are
themselves
lost,
Africans.
those who have no
Those people
Father.
are Hamites.
Jesus,
Now the people of West Africa
God, there is
and like
one
Uganda,
Father.
Congo,
There is one
Angola,
baptism,
Zimbabwe,
and that is God
we're
the
all
Father.
one blood.
Through
Bone
the
of my
Son,
bone and
Jesus
flesh
Christ.
of my flesh.
We
We're one bone,
receive
we're one blood.
His baptism.
We're the Israelites.
Of the
From
Father
Nigeria
and
to
the Son.
Cameroon, Sierra Leone,
Take
Ivory
from the
Coast.
nature of God.
We're one people.
The nature
Like,
of God
That's why I had to ask you, because you could be from Uganda, or you could be from Ivory Coast. I don't know. We all look the same, because we're one people. You understand? I show you that one time we had one language.
When God stepped into our life,
That means one time we had one
sin
culture.
no longer has
That must be
sin. That sinful nature no longer has authority over us.
There's a reason why the people of Ghana and the people from your tribe, Yoruba, you have the same custom of circumcision.
Yeah, even language-wise, the other language on the south side
Jesus.
is like very
He
similar
sent
to
us the Son, so that through the Son we can be saved.
God needs to meet.
Jesus
Sometimes I
is
think
Lord.
Ghana sounds like
He is risen from the dead
I
and
need
he
any
is
voice
Lord.
trying to say it.
Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall
what I was
confess
told,
his
my
name.
tribe,
That
our parents,
Jesus
they were
is
from
Lord.
Israel,
Jesus
they went
is
to
Lord.
travel to Egypt,
Jesus Christ is Lord.
Ethiopia, they went to that,
He is Lord.
Chad, and
He
then
is Lord.
like,
And we glorify him.
their origin.
We praise him. We magnify his name. We are here in his light. We are here to proclaim the truth. There are many strongholds walking these streets. We are spirits walking these streets, teaching false, ungodly messages.
Yeah.
We are here in the light of the Lord. We are here in the light of God.
Like,
Preaching
let me show you
the good
something.
news.
I'm pretty sure you might know by it.
The truth. Jesus says,
Because the truth ain't in these churches.
I am the
You need to
truth.
get the hell out of these
and
churches.
I am the life.
These
No
churches,
one cometh to
exactly.
the Father except
Let's get the hell out of these churches.
Jesus is
This is
the
a
way.
Deuteronomy
Jesus is the
chapter
truth.
28,
And
verse
Jesus is
15.
the life.
But it shall come
Our
to pass,
denomination is
if
not
thou
the way.
will
Our
not hearken,
denominations can't
not
save
hear
us.
unto the voice of the
Religion
Lord
can't
thy
save
God,
us. Jesus
to
said,
observe to do all
He
his
is the
commandments
only one
and his statutes,
who
which I
upholds
command thee this day, that all
with
these
the
curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So what's that saying? It said, if we don't hear the voice of our God, to observe his commandments and his
Jesus
statutes
is the truth.
that we received at Mount
Jesus
Sinai,
is the life.
that all these curses will come upon us as a people and overtake us.
Of every false
Right
thing.
now, we as a people, we're cursed. We're
No
divided.
one can save
We're
you.
against one another. We
Nothing
hate one
can save
another.
us.
We hate ourselves and we
Glory,
hate one another.
nothing but in the
We
name
hate
of
people
Jesus.
that we love people that hate us.
Nothing but the
Can you imagine
blessed
that?
name
This
of
is a messed up
Jesus.
people.
He is the one who heals.
It's a
He
messed up
is the
people.
one who comforts us.
We're a laughing stock to
He
the whole
is the
world.
comforter.
We're very talented people.
Don't listen
but we're
to
very
the
simple.
lying prophet who
Scripture
tell
says
you that
we are
they are the
cursed
comforter
because
that
we
Jesus
disobeyed
has
our
promised.
God.
The
That's why we must.
comforter
It
is the
says,
Holy
Scripture says,
Spirit.
now it's high time to awake our sleep, man.
To be with us and
Some
to be
people,
in us.
we're in a sleep mode, man. The
Another
so-called white man has us
cannot
deceived.
be
You
in
know
us. It is the
what I
Holy
mean?
Spirit.
So that's what I'm
that
saying.
comes
As a
in
man,
us. Jesus
you must
said,
wake up and realize
I
the
will
reality
send you
of what's going on.
Another comforter.
So it says, when you read on,
because I go to
verse
be with the
16,
Father.
cursed shall thou
I
be in
will
the city,
send you another comforter.
and cursed shall thou be
Let
in
your
the
heart
field.
not be troubled.
Cursed
he
shall
said.
we be in the city.
I
What city is
will
that
send
talking
you
about?
another comforter.
The city of a miracle.
He
The land that we
was
were
the
taken to
comforter.
as slaves.
When he was here on
The
earth,
land that we were taken to
when
as
the
servants.
disciples walked with him,
The
they
land that
had
we were taken
perfect peace.
to be cast into
He
ghettos,
healed the sick.
right?
He
Where we
healed the blind.
gang culture,
He
killing one
healed.
another, thought
He took
culture,
away every
twerking,
cross, every
taken to
pain,
Jamaica,
every misery.
taken to Brazil, Haiti.
Jesus is the
The
comforter.
scripture says what? Cursed shall I be in the city, and cursed shall I be in the field. It's difficult to get a job in the white man's world, man. First hired, or was it last hired, first fired, man. You heard that saying before. You know what I mean? Let me show you.
The Holy Spirit
This is Revelations, yeah?
comes in the name
Chapter
of the
17,
Father and the Son.
on verse
So
18.
if you are told
And it's because just talk about, let me verse
to
1.
you,
Revelation
in the name
17
of the
verse 1.
Father and the Son,
And there came one of the seven
if you
angels which had the seven
have
vials,
been
and talked to me, saying unto
in
me,
any other name
Come hither,
but the
I will
name
show
of the
unto
Father and
thee
the
the judgment of the great
Jesus,
whore that
He
sitteth
is
upon
the
many
Son.
waters.
And if
The
you
whore, right?
have been told of a
Verse
comforter
18.
by
And
any
the woman
other
which
name
thou sawest,
that is not
or the
the
whore
name
that you
of the
saw,
Father and the
is
Son,
that great
you
city
have been deceived.
which reigneth over the kings of
You
the
have
earth.
been deceived.
So what
There
city
is
reigns
only
over the kings of the
one
earth?
comforter.
A miracle.
Jesus
And it
said,
said, cursed shall thou be
and
in
when
the
he
city.
went back to heaven,
So we've been
he
cursed
said,
in the
I will
city of a
send
miracle.
you another comforter, so that you will not be alone. You will
Yeah,
be
so
comforted.
what people?
Jesus.
Because when it said
He
cursed
sent
thou
the
shalt
Holy
be in the city,
Spirit. He
The curse
said,
shall
my
not be in the
Father
field.
will send you the
Who is
Comforter.
Moses speaking
In
to?
my
He's speaking
name.
to our people.
In the name of the Father and
So
of the
cursed
Son.
shall we be in the city,
Jesus.
and cursed shall we be in the world.
He comes and he comes to a
Why? Because we disobeyed our God, His
Jesus
laws
is
and
the way.
commandments.
Jesus.
So what people were taken to that great city as
He
slaves?
take away our pain.
Our people.
He take away our sadness.
That was the punishment.
He take
That was the
away
punishment
our depression.
for disobeying
he
the
take
Most
away
High.
our
Disobeyment was
sense
not
of
following the
despair.
commandments.
Yeah,
He
because
brings
613
us
of them.
Yeah.
So remember,
Why do you think he's gonna do 10?
that's not some
He
rubbish.
is
They're
the
simple.
Lord.
They don't know the truth.
Jesus
When we
is
came
the
out of
Lord.
Egypt,
He is the King.
thousands of us, millions of us exited Egypt by the hand of Moses. Moses was a black man.
Trust
Miriam was a
Jesus.
black woman. Aaron was a black man. Okay? He came to Mount Sinai.
He is
And Moses was up in Mount Sinai for 40 days and 40 nights.
Trust in him.
And the laws, the Most High, there was a chariot.
Trust
And
in
the chariot, the fire came down and carved the laws into
precious
stone.
grace of God.
Because what? How did we receive the laws? The chariot. There was a laser that came down and carved the laws into stone. That's how we received the laws, statutes, and commandments. Let me get that real quick. Huh? Yeah. Let me get that. This is Deuteronomy. Hold on. Yeah. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 1. And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of God, blessed the children of Israel before his death. And he said, Yahawah, or the Lord, came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints. 10,000s of the chariots, man. From his right hand went a fiery law for them. A fiery law from his right hand that laser that came down and carved the laws into stone. Yeah, the laser thing.
And the chariot, that's the UFO that they say now.
Yeah.
The UFO. Wow.
A laser came down and carved the laws into stone. That's why I said, listen.
10,000 chariots, man.
Yeah, 10,000 thousands of chariots. But there was a main chariot that when Moses was there, that's when the laser came down from the chariot and carved the laws into stone. Reading it, let me read it again.
I think I watched a video on YouTube about that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When it came down,
Yeah.
people were scared. People were scared. People witnessed this. They were scared.
Our people.
Yeah, they
Because it was only our people that
They
came.
saw it. Yeah.
It's only our people that came to Mount Sinai. Right? So we have to understand that this is our history. This is how we became a holy people. What made us holy was the laws that were given to us. That set us apart from these other nations of people. There's laws how to govern us as a people, to order us. If you see us now, we don't have no order, man. We're crazy. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. We're arguing one another. You see on all these reality shows of people arguing because there's no order.
But they put them there they put them there to make fun of themselves. So they can be laughed at.
No puppets.
And they didn't
No
realise
puppets.
they're being laughed at. They think it's entertainment, but you're embarrassing yourself.
See what I'm saying? So right now, the Most High set up pastors that will feed you with knowledge and understanding. That will feed you the true order, the true understanding of who we are as a people.
So when did it
Wait. The true understanding of who we are as a people. And our destiny as a people. That we're going to reign as kings and priests on the earth over all people in righteousness. As immortal black men and black women. We're going to have everlasting life. We're going to live forever. We're going to live forever and ever and ever. There's going to be no funerals, no evil, no curse
I
over
want
us.
to be part of that. But I feel like it's not going to, generation, it's not going to happen in this generation.
Yeah, but you have to understand that 2/3 of our people are not going to believe. Exactly. There's an elect, the remnant of our people that will believe. But anyway.
Okay, you think
now I'm
how many people are going to be
I
able
was
to commit
blind,
to
but
600
now I can
commandments?
see.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Right now, we can't keep the laws perfectly.